Well, today we're jumping in and taking a look at a tactic from one of the most prolific goal scoring goalkeepers in football history. So let's jump in and see what I mean. This one is called, and I apologize for the pronunciation, but Rogerio Ceni'S Diamond Possession Bahia. Basically, Rogerio Ceni, I don't know, but he was one of the most, again, this is in quotes, the most prolific goal scoring goalkeepers in football history. And he is taking Bahia in the Brazilian league to new heights. Having narrowly avoided relegation last season, they are doing somewhat well this season. So he is definitely getting fans and pundits alike just salivating right now at the way they play. There is a huge, fantastic write-up on totalfootballanalysis.com, which is where I got a lot of the information from. As always, you could find the video on the page that I got the tactic from. I will also leave the totalfootballanalysis.com link in the description below where you can just read up on everything, and it is a fantastic write-up, like I said. But today, we're going to check it out in the Premier League and our Championship with Liverpool and Aston Villa and our Championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's see what this 4-4-2 diamond formation can do in the Premier League with our two teams. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, you can see Liverpool in 4th place with only 73 points, 65 goals. It definitely is not the attacking side that I'd like to see, at least FM loves to see. Aston Villa, though, in 8th place, they get Europa Conference League next season again, but 57 points is definitely low. Liverpool's domestic cup run, you can see they did beat Ipswich Town in the Carabao Cup 4th round 3-1, getting to the quarterfinals, losing out to Leicester 0-3. And in the FA Cup all the way to the final, you can see they got to the 5th round, winning against Ipswich in extra time, winning against Aston Villa in the quarterfinals, getting to the FA Cup final, and winning against Tottenham 3-2 in extras. So overall, I mean, it's not an awful season for Liverpool, but we have definitely seen better. Runners up in the Europa League, winners of the FA Cup are pretty nice. 4th place with 73 points is a little bit low. Squad-wise, they've got some green, definitely not what you expect from a really positive, full-out attacking tactic. But 25 goals for McAllister is not bad. 21 for Jota, assists, 13 for Robertson, 11 for Salah and Szoboszlai, and then average rating Salah with a 7.28. Switching it up to Aston Villa, though, Carabao Cup 3rd round is where they lose out against Burnley, and as we know, they got to the quarters, lost against Liverpool 1-3. However, they do get to the Europa Conference League final, but losing out in penalties 0-0 to Roma. All in all, definitely not the greatest of seasons for them. Runners up in the Conference League, but it wasn't the tightest of schedule. But overall, you could do better. And squad-wise, they've got some green, but yeah, overall, not the greatest of marks. 26 goals for Diaby, 25 for Ollie Watkins, 21 for Ramsey. That's a nice set of three right there. Assists, Diaby with 18, 13 for Digne, and 12 for Watkins. And Moussa Diaby gets a 7.32. Data hub for our teams, you can definitely see the attacking side is severely lacking, especially compared to what we usually see. Defensively, they've got all the bases covered, but you got 1.71 goals per game, 0.84 conceded, if I could get it off that screen, and 1.10 XG against. Yeah, Aston Villa, I was expecting similar, but with lesser numbers for the most part. Attacking-wise, they are definitely not there. And that shows 1.71 goals per game, 1.55 conceded, 1.55 XG against. Premier League stats, Aston Villa actually making the cut in 8th place with 1.5, Liverpool in 4th with 1.92, most goals 4th and 5th with 65 apiece, fewest shots against, Liverpool in 5th with 326, most possession, Liverpool with 60%, Aston Villa with 59, best pass completion, Liverpool with 90%, 89 for Aston Villa, and most shots for Liverpool making the list with 435. But yet another tactic where the Premier League teams didn't do so well. But what does that spell for Ipswich Town in the Championship? Well, they got 3rd place. 10 points off of 2nd place leads, 11 off of 1st place. So you could definitely do a little bit better if you took control of this yourself and hopefully get those marks in. But they get to the playoffs. They beat everyone, getting to the final, and 2-0 over Hull is where they get their promotion. In the domestic cups, yeah, we've already seen it. 1-3 against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup 4th round, and 1-3 in extras in the FA Cup 5th round against Liverpool as well. So all in all, of course, they're being promoted next season to the Championship. Not a bad season. However, throughout so much of this second half of FM24, we have seen a lot of times where they're in 1st place. Few in 2nd, rarely have they become lower than that. But this one got them to 3rd, it got them in the playoffs, it got them through the playoffs, and into the Premier League next season. So it worked here to a degree. Squad-wise, they actually have a good number of green there, for at least for Ipswich Town. 27 goals for Hurst, 15 for Connor Chaplin, assists 19 for Leif Davis. Average rating Leif Davis, of course, with a 7.36. Championship stats: Ipswich in third with points per game 1.78, most goals in third with 94, fewest shots against in seventh with 384, most possession first place with 63%, best pass completion in third with 90%, most shots for in fifth with 555. So let us take a look at this 4-4-2 diamond formation, shall we? Sweeper keeper in support is where we start. A wingback in support on both left and right sides. Central defenders in both spots and defend. A halfback in defend. A box-to-box in support next to an advanced playmaker in support. A trequartista in attack. An advanced forward in attack up front next to a deep lying forward in support. Positive mentality, in possession, attacking with his fairly narrow. Approach play is pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, but focus play through the middle and play out of defense. Passing directness is much shorter, tempo is slightly lower, low crosses, work the ball in the box, and dribble less. In transition, counter press, distribute to the center backs and take short kicks. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press more often, prevent goalkeeper distribution, step up more, and trap outside. But now overall, how did it do for our three teams? I mean, Ipswich Town getting into the playoffs and getting through the playoffs is a pretty nice mark, no question about it. 87 points, 88 goals is a little low for them, though. Hull getting 101, that's not bad. But they definitely could have done better. You could definitely do better with them if you take control of this. Liverpool and Aston Villa, however, yeah, fourth place, of course, but 73 points is at least 10 points lower than their average. 65 goals is not great for this team. Aston Villa, 65 and 57. You definitely could do a bit better. I think there are better tactics for this that are more well suited for Premier League teams, at least in the upper half of the table, that both Liverpool and Aston Villa should be. But take a look. Again, you're not, 73 points to 86 is only a handful of wins. So hopefully you can at least get close to that. If you take control of this yourself, do your own transfers, tactical changes, match shouts, training and things like that. But here, it didn't work the greatest. I definitely think you could do a bit better of a job. But that's it for me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.